All right, so let's talk about why and how we start the first process or the first step at first cut when trying to cut full stone or getting the stone in the first pass. All right, so we are using a 690 Husky machine. It's quite heavy, it's got a lot of head pressure. Now, some might say just put a Mohs or a scratch tester on the actual surface. Now, the only, not issue, but the only debate I have with scratch testing and Mohs testers when you're actually scratching the surface of the actual concrete is that's giving you a representation on what hardness it is on the actual surface in that top layer. Now, when we're cutting deep or we're trying to take 3 to 4 millimeters off in one pass, is that scratch tester that's scratching the surface giving you a true representation on what's happening once you cut through the cap? Once you cut through the cap and you're into that abrasive material, whether it's hard or soft, that's going to give you an indication really on what bond diamond you need to be putting on. It's not necessarily always just scratching the top cap, it's working out what's going on once you take that cap off. And a real great way to start that process is to put on a medium bond diamond. By putting a medium bond diamond on, that's just going to tell you once you cut through the cap and get into that abrasive material, whether to go harder or softer, based on what's happening behind the machine. A meter behind the machine is going to tell you how to drive your machine for that first cut period. So that's what we set out to do. We put a medium bond diamond on the surface. Okay, so now that's all been said, the medium bond diamond that we put on this morning was a double medium rocks. This is a Works Plus tool, fantastic tool. Works really well with the way it's designed, the way the shapes are, the way it leads into cutting through the cap, and the way it can keep itself cool. So it's a really great tool, but it's when and what surface we require in order for this tool to really show its wings. So we used this medium bond diamond for about 3 to 4 meters, changing directions to really get it open and try and cut through the cap. And what we're experiencing, that a full set of these being 18 under the 690 with weights down, we just weren't cutting enough off the surface. So as an operator, if you're gunning to get that 80 to 90% stone reveal in the first pass, if we're not getting it straight away using this tool, just stop production and work out what the tool is to put on to cut through that cap to give you the stone reveal that you require. All right, so first up today was this medium. Great tool, but it wasn't the right one.